Hey guys, let's look at 1.4, which is solving proportions. So a lot of times people use ratios and proportions interchangeably, and there's a difference. So ratios are a comparison of two quantities like we found out last time. This time a proportion is when we set two ratios equal to each other. So a proportion is going to look like A over B equals C over D. Now, if we're in a situation where we need to solve for one of those values, we have A over B equals C over D, then we can use the cross product property. That says that A times D is equal to B times C. Now remember, because of the symmetric property, we can switch those sides of the equal sign and we can multiply in any order. So as long as A and D are multiplied together and B and C are multiplied together, then you are set. Okay, so let's take a look at this first proportion. And if we need to, we're going to round to the nearest tenth. So to cross multiply, I'm going to have to take x times 2, which is 2x, equals, and then I need to take 4 times 7. So 4 times 7 is 28. So now I have 2x equals 28. So to get x by itself, I'll divide by 2 on both sides. So x equals 14. Good deal. Try the next one. Good deal. So we should take 10 times x and 19 times 12. So we end up with 10x equals 228. And then we divide it by 10 on both sides. And we end up with 22.8. All right, now let's look at this next one. Now, life advice. When you have something other than just a plain old number, like this time we have all of x minus 1, right? My advice is to put parentheses around that. So that way when you cross multiply, you can remember that 19 needs to be taken times all of x minus 1. And then we'll have 6 times 13 over on the other side. So I'm going to distribute that 19 out. So 19 times x is 19x. There's a minus sign in the middle. And then 19 times 1 again is 19. Equals. And then 6 times 13 is 78. So to start working our way in towards x, we'll add 19 over. So then we'll have 19x equals 97. And then we're going to divide both sides by 19. Now when you put this into your calculator, you are going to get a big gross number, okay? You're going to end up with 5.10 blah, 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 right? But at the beginning, they said to round to the nearest tenth. So I only want one spot after the decimal place. So I'm going to put that as 5.1. Okay, go ahead and try the next one, please. Good deal. So you took 5 times all of x plus 4 is equal to 17 times 19. So you had to distribute that 5 on through to get 5x plus 20 equals, and then 17 times 19 is 323. Subtract 20 from both sides and then divide by 5. So we end up with 60.6. Okay, on this next one, we're still doing the exact same thing. We want to make sure to put parentheses around that 2x minus 9. So we have 20 times 2x minus 9. Good deal. And then 9 times 10 will be multiplied together. Then we'll distribute that 20 on through. So 20 times 2x is 40x minus 20 times 9 is 180 equals. And then 9 times 10 is 90. We'll add 180 to both sides. So 4x equals 270. And then we'll divide both sides by 4. So we're going to end up with 6.75. So I know that we were supposed to round to the nearest tenth, so technically that should be 6.8. But if my decimal terminates, like if it just stops after those two, just give me the whole decimal. Also, if you did round it to 6.8, I would not count that wrong. That's just a style thing for me. I prefer to keep it that way. Okay, go ahead and try the next one. Okay, so my problem from earlier went away. That's okay though. So we took 18 times all of that 3x plus 4, and then we took 12 times 15. We distributed out that 18, so we ended up with 54x plus 72 equals 180. Subtracted that 72 over, and then divided by 4, and we end up with x equals 2. Okay. Now on these last one, it's just like before, where when we have more than just a plain old number, we want to put parentheses around it. Only this time it's happening on 2 different spots, not just one. So we'll cross multiply. Doesn't matter which side is which. I'm going to take 18 times x minus 20 first equals 3 times x minus 11. And then we'll have a little distribute party. 18 times x is 18x minus 20 times 18 is negative 360. Good deal. Equals, then 3 times x is 3x minus, and then 3 times 11 is 33. Oh, cool. There we go. Sorry about that. All right. So now we're going to subtract 3x from both sides. So we end up with 15x minus 360 equals negative 33. Make sure to keep that sign from out in front of him. So now we need to bring the 360 over, so that means I need to add it on both sides. So now we've got 15x equals 327. So then we'll divide by 15 on both sides, and we'll end up with 21.8 after we round. Okay, go ahead and try that last one. All right, so on that last one, you took 6 times 3x plus 3 and 7 times x plus 16. So then we multiplied that out and got 18x plus 18 equals 7x plus 112. I subtracted 7x on both sides to get 11x plus 18 equals 112. Subtracted that 18 over, so 11x equaled 94. And then we took 94 divided by 11, and we ended up with about 8.5. We just had to round it. All right, I will see you guys next time. Bye.